Hi, this is Mayuresh Dandekar once again from Empower Training Services. Many thanks for watching my earlier videos on assertiveness, influencing skills, and the power of delegation. I would like to introduce today's topic in a slightly different manner. Speak in such a way that others love to listen to you, and listen in such a way that others love to speak to you. You guessed it right. Today's topic is listening skills. Who is a best friend? He is someone who listens to your story without interrupting or being judgmental, and if required, even offers a shoulder to cry on. All that he has done to make you feel better is listen. Now, is there a difference between hearing and listening? You're right, there is a very big difference. Hearing is involuntary and effortless. It's just that the ear picks up some auditory impressions and transmits them to the brain. That's hearing. Now, listening is different. Listening is voluntary and intentional. It involves interpreting and understanding the importance of the spoken word and sounds heard. A simple example would be back in school when the teacher was explaining 5 different concepts and you were pretending to listen. When you went back, you remembered only 3 because actually, in all probability, you were only hearing and not listening. Another simple example would be when somebody asks you to buy 10 items from the grocery store, you probably return with 5 or 6 or max 7 because you were hearing and not listening. Listen to understand and not to reply. So what are the benefits of listening? Number 1, listening builds relationships, whether personal or professional. Number 2, it reduces assumptions because you get to know the true story. And number 3, you get complete information. It might sometimes be in your own interest to listen to the entire conversation. There might be something beneficial at the end of the conversation, but you will come to know only if you listen well. However, there are some barriers which are called filters, which do not allow us to listen. Some examples would be a language barrier, cultural barriers, rate of speech. Sometimes the rate of speech is so fast that you might be unable to catch the conversation. And one of the most important ones is preconceived notions. This is very dangerous. An example would be walking into a meeting room with the preconceived notion that it's going to be a waste of time. Do you think the person would really listen to the speaker with this preconceived notion, with this barrier in mind? Hence, it is important to identify such barriers and find solutions in order to become a better listener. So, how do you become an active listener? Here are 4 quick and easy tips just for you. Tip number 1, limit your own talking. In fact, if you notice, the words listen and silent are comprised of the same letters, L-I-S-T-E-N and S-I-L-E-N-T. Probably there is a hidden message right there to limit your own talking. Point number 1. The second one would be establish eye contact when the other person is speaking. Tip number 3 would be to show interest. It simply means avoid interrupting the other person and stop fidgeting with your mobile phone or other gadgetry. Don't get distracted. Point your body towards the speaker, show interest. And tip number 4, take notes. There is an adage which says, a short pencil is better than a long memory. Besides, taking notes also gives respect to the speaker. If you would like to know all the steps in active listening, you can always enroll for our online training program at Empower Training Services. And yes, you will also find a list of all the online training programs at the end of this video. Would love to hear your comments and suggestions. So feel free to write in or drop a message on the displayed number. Thank you and happy learning.